Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be joined by Big D from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and we're going to be doing our review for the 2003 movie Finding Nemo. So, in this movie, Nemo, an adventurous young clownfish, is unexpectedly taken from his Great Barrier Reef home to a dentist's office aquarium, and it's up to his worrisome father Marlin and a friendly but forgetful fish Story to bring Nemo home. And meeting vegetarian sharks, surfer dude turtles, hypnotic jellyfish, and hungry seagulls, and many more different creatures and characters along the way. They embark on a perilous journey to find and save Nemo. So before I get into my part, I'm going to let Big D do his part. So take it away, Big D.
Hey everyone, this is the Big D from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and I'm proud to be a part of another Disney Pixar collab with Elder Boy. This time it's going to be one of my favorites from Disney and Pixar, Finding Nemo from 2003. Finding Nemo is definitely one of my favorites alongside the first two Toy Story films and The Incredibles. But anyway, this film has such a great story and great characters. This is definitely one of their greats. Now, first of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with this film. This is absolutely really good. I like the story about an overprotective clownfish who, along with a forgetful regal blue tang, searches for his missing son. I like the voices in the film. Albert Brooks does a great job on the big clownfish, Marlin, who, during this little film, he learns to take risks and comes to terms with his son Nemo taking care of himself. Next, I like Ellen DeGeneres voicing the regal blue tang fish named Dory, who, believe me, is absolutely a very funny character. Definitely. There's also Alexander Gould, who voices Nemo. He's really great. Willem Dafoe, Jeffrey Rush, and there's a whole lot of others. Brad Garrett, Allison Janney, Stephen Root, Austin Pendleton, the list goes on. Finding Nemo just had so much humor and what have you, and a lot of fun moments and what have you. And it also has a great score done by Thomas Newman, who happens to be cousin of Randy Newman. I also like how the film, takes place underwater for the most part, and let me tell you, this was just so incredible. And that's why I consider it to be one of my favorite Disney and Pixar films of all time. So from my point of view, Finding Nemo was just so incredible. It has a great voice cast, it has great characters, a great story, a great soundtrack, etc., etc., etc. Just like what you could get from the earlier Disney Pixar films. So, from what I'm saying, Finding Nemo is just an incredible film. This is one film I would definitely highly recommend. And what else is there to say? Oh yeah, happy late 20th anniversary as well. So like always, thanks for making me a part of this, Overboy. It's fun to do these collabs with you. And again, Finding Nemo is definitely one of my favorites. So, until next time, this is the Big D saying, see ya.
Thank you, Big D. As always, it's great to have you on here, and glad to do another collab with you and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get into my part of the review. So Finding Nemo is just absolutely one of my favorite movies of all time. It's easily my favorite Pixar movie, and it's in my top 5 favorite animated movies of all time, maybe even top 3 and everything. It might be my second or third favorite animated movie of all time. I just absolutely love this movie, and everything. It's been one of my favorites ever since I saw it in the theater back in 2003. It's hard to believe that this movie's been out 20 years and stuff, and I rewatched it twice this year. Usually I watch it every year on the anniversary of when it came out on May 30th every year, because that's just how much I love this movie. It's one that I have to watch at least once a year, and I usually watch it on the anniversary of the day that it came out every year, and everything. And so I watched it this year for its 20th anniversary, and I rewatched it again right before doing this video and stuff, because I just wanted to rewatch it because I love it so much. And it's one of those rare times where I feel confident that I could review this movie without having to rewatch it, because I have seen it so many times and everything, just like Shrek and The Wizard of Oz and The Jungle Book and other movies that I've mentioned that I watched all the time as a kid. Finding Nemo is definitely one of those, and I don't know that I could say I watched it more than like Toy Story 2 or Shrek or some of the other computer animated movies of that time period. But this one was one that was on repeat. As soon as I got it on DVD for Christmas that year, I wanted to watch it and nothing else. I wouldn't go to bed until I would at least watch it once a day after school and everything. And a lot of times I would come home straight from school and watch Finding Nemo and everything. So I just absolutely love this, and the story is so great in here. I just love the story of Marlin desperately trying to find his son and all the quirky situations him and Dory get into and stuff. And Marlin and Dory are just really lovable main characters and everything, especially Dory. She is just one of the best Pixar side characters, and she even was so popular that she got her own movie with Finding Dory, and I thought that was a really great sequel. I can't wait to talk about that one too, and everything, but it's not near as good as this one, but, well, actually it's almost as good. It's a very solid sequel, but it's not quite on the level as this one though. The animation is gorgeous. It holds up really well. It looks just as good today as it did 20 years ago and everything. And you look at the animation from Finding Dory in this one, you could tell they really didn't have to do a lot with the difference and stuff. Like the details in Finding Dory and Finding Nemo are about the exact same and everything, where other Pixar movies, you look at like the Toy Story movies, you can see how much the animation has evolved and everything, but Finding Nemo and Finding Dory's animation look like they're about the same and everything, like they were made on the same budget and came out just a few years apart from each other or something, instead of 13 years apart from each other. But yeah, I love the characters, and Nemo is also one of my favorite characters in here. I've always loved him, and the voice cast in here are great. Albert Brooks as Marlin is just perfect casting, and so was Ellen DeGeneres as Dory. I became a big fan of Ellen DeGeneres for a long time after Finding Dory. For at least for a few years, I loved watching her show and everything, and became a fan of her. But I haven't really watched her show. Well, her show ended and stuff, but I kind of, like, after about 10 years or so, I kind of lost track of her show and stuff. Didn't really keep up with her much, but I was a big fan of Ellen DeGeneres for a while because of this movie and everything, and I still stand by that she was absolutely great in here. And Alexander Gold, who does the voice of Nemo, is just absolutely perfect. He did an excellent job, and you got Willem Dafoe in here, who is one of my favorite actors working today still, and everything. And Gil is one of my favorite characters. It's crazy, like the year before he was playing the psychotic Green Goblin in Spider-Man, and a year later he's doing the voice of Gil in Finding Nemo. It's like two totally different types of movies, and it shows his range and everything. But yeah, and like with a lot of Pixar movies, I feel like each character in this movie has their own distinct personality and brings something to the movie. Even the side characters, even the little minor characters that they interact with and stuff, like the crabs or the seagulls or other pelicans, and aside from the main pelican and stuff. So Nigel and stuff. So all of the characters have their own distinct personalities and bring something to the story, and I love that too. And everything. It's just something I love about Pixar, that they do so well and everything. And Thomas Newman's score is just absolutely beautiful, and it fits the movie perfectly. So, but yeah, there's not anything that I have negative to say about Finding Nemo. I have no negatives at all whatsoever with this movie. So all in all, I think Finding Nemo is easily one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like I said, it's definitely my favorite Pixar movie, and it's in my top favorite animated movies of all time. And as far as computer animated movies go, I'd probably say it's my second favorite after Shrek. And everything. I just absolutely love this movie, and it's a classic and everything. It's one of the staples of my childhood and everything. But to me, it is a bona fide classic, and has been ever since it first came out. So I'd easily give Finding Nemo an A+ and everything. And yeah, it's not summertime unless I at least watch Finding Nemo one time during the summer. Sometimes I'll watch it multiple times, but this is one of those essential summer movies for me. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Finding Nemo, and thank you, Big D, for joining me. I'm glad you enjoy this movie almost as much as I do, or just as much as I do. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll be doing The Incredibles next week. I can't wait to talk about that one, because that's a movie that I haven't reviewed yet, that I can remember. So I'm looking forward to talking about that one again. Because I love The Incredibles as well. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.